very interesting picture that has emerged with Bria Hartley smiling and laughing over this incident of Sophie Cunningham being hurt.
But Sophie Cunningham was flat out targeted by a dirty, dirty player. And if y'all go to my video last night, you will see me saying, watch out for Bria Hartley because she's a dirty ass player. And boy, did it show up again today.
Bria Hartley sees Sophie's legs and says, that's the direction I'm going to fall in. Even though she was getting defended from the right side, pushing her left, she decides to fall straight forward with a little bit of shoulder action, falling into Sophie Cunningham's knees. Bria Hartley is a dirty player.
Sophie Cunningham is from my home state of Missouri here. She's a big figure where I'm from, and it's almost like a personal connection, though I don't know her or anything like that, but just to see her go down, to see, like, it's just emotional, guys. Just, I'm hella mad. Hartley need to be suspended on a major level completely. Probably she's, at this point, she's more dirtier than Dejanay Carrington.
Indiana Fever game against the Connecticut Sun, a matchup that should have been remembered for an exciting 99-93 Fever victory, but instead the spotlight has turned toward yet another devastating injury. This time it's guard Sophie Cunningham, who went down with a scary knee injury in the second quarter. In this video we'll break down what happened, why this is a huge blow for Indiana, how it affects their playoff push, and the bigger picture of the Fever's season that has been defined by resilience, heartbreak, and constant battles with injuries. Stick around because we're going in depth. Before we get into Sophie Cunningham's injury, let's set the stage. The Fever came into Sunday's game already battered and bruised. They've been navigating one of the most difficult stretches of the season, trying to stay afloat in the WNBA playoff race. Entering this matchup, the Fever were holding on to the 7th spot in the standings with a 19-17 record. For context, only the top 8 teams make the playoffs, so every game is critical. Meanwhile, the Connecticut Sun were mathematically eliminated from playoff contention heading into this game. Their record sat at just 6-27, which meant their season was effectively over, but even when a team is out of the playoff picture, they're still dangerous. They play with freedom, they fight to spoil things for playoff contenders, and they want to prove themselves. And in the first quarter, that's exactly what we saw. The Sun came out aggressive, pushing the Fever onto their heels and building a 28-13 lead. Indiana looked like they were in trouble early, and that's where the game took a dramatic turn. Early in the second quarter, with the Fever trailing, Sun guard Bria Hartley made a drive toward the basket. In the process, she lost balance and crashed into Sophie Cunningham's right knee. Cunningham immediately went down. She grabbed her leg, hopping toward the baseline before collapsing onto the hardwood in visible pain.
So as you can see here, Bria Hartley is going baseline, Kelsey Mitchell is guarding her, and then Sophie comes over to help. And then Bria Hartley falls on her leg, and Sophie immediately grabs like her shin area. And
the arena fell silent. Fever head coach Stephanie White later admitted, "I'm like, holy," when she saw Cunningham collapse. Her teammates rushed over, quickly shielding her with towels from the crowd while the medical staff attended to her. It was a chilling moment. The type of scene that players, coaches, and fans dread. Cunningham had to be helped off the court and was taken straight to the locker room.
But I got to tell you, this picture, and let me just show you right here. This is some video, of course, of her. Let me just turn this down. Limping off the court yesterday. The good thing is she did walk off the court, folks.
She did not return for the rest of the game, and the team later confirmed she'll be undergoing an MRI to determine the severity of the injury. Now, let's talk about why this injury matters so much. Sophie Cunningham isn't just a role player. She's a glue player for Indiana. This season, she's been averaging 8.9 points per game, along with 3.6 rebounds and playing just under 26 minutes a night. She's a spark plug, she brings energy, toughness, and shooting to the lineup. Every team needs that player who can hold things together when stars are out, and Cunningham has been exactly that for the Fever. Her absence is particularly crushing when you consider the bigger picture. The Fever have already been decimated by injuries. Caitlin Clark, the superstar rookie who took the WNBA by storm this year, hasn't seen game action since July 15 because of a groin injury. Guards Aari McDonald and Sydney Colson both went down with season-ending injuries in late July against Phoenix, and now Cunningham joins that growing list of sidelined guards. So what does that mean? It means Indiana's backcourt rotation has been absolutely gutted. Coach White has been forced to juggle lineups, adjust roles, and rely heavily on depth players to step up, but there's only so much you can adjust when 3 of your top guards are unavailable. Despite the injury scare, the Fever managed to rally. After falling behind early, they slowly chipped away at the Suns' lead. By halftime, the momentum had shifted. Indiana played with urgency, moving the ball well, tightening up defensively, and finding ways to generate offense. The final score, 99-93, tells the story of a hard-fought comeback. The Fever didn't let the loss of Cunningham completely derail them. Instead, they pulled together, showing grit and resilience. This victory was massive. It moved Indiana to 19-17 on the season, keeping them firmly in the playoff race. If they can hold on to their 7th place position, they'll secure a postseason spot, a huge achievement for a franchise that's been working to rebuild and find consistency. On the flip side, this loss officially eliminated the Sun from playoff contention, dropping them to 6-27. It's been a rough season for Connecticut, and this game just sealed their fate. Ketball is a game of strategy, skill, and competition, but it's also a game of emotion. Injuries like Cunningham's cut deep, not just because of the numbers on the stat sheet, but because of what they mean to the locker room. Teammates see a friend, a competitor, and a leader go down. Fans feel the weight of another setback, and coaches are left scrambling to pick up the pieces. This has been the story of Indiana's season, resilience in the face of adversity. But the question now is, how much more can they withstand? Losing Cunningham, even for a few games, could dramatically impact their playoff push. The Fever announced that Cunningham will undergo an MRI on Monday, and until those results are in, her status is up in the air. Best case scenario, it's a minor injury, and she's able to return soon. Worst case scenario, we're looking at another season-ending blow for Indiana's backcourt. With just a few games left in the regular season, timing is everything. The Fever can't afford to lose ground in the standings. The Chicago Sky, Los Angeles Sparks, and Atlanta Dream are all lurking near the bottom of the playoff picture, hungry to sneak into those last couple of spots. The Fever's coaching staff will likely need to tighten the rotation, lean heavily on their front court, and hope for big performances from their remaining guards. And let's not forget, Caitlin Clark's status looms large. If she's able to return in time for the playoffs, it could be a game changer. But until then, Indiana has to grind it out with what they've got. Beyond just this season, Cunningham's injury is a reminder of how fragile the WNBA grind can be. Players push their bodies to the limit across a condensed schedule, and one awkward fall can change the course of a season. For the Fever, who have been building momentum as a young, exciting team, injuries have been the biggest obstacle. Still, it's worth pointing out the positives. Indiana has shown they're no longer the pushover team of past years. They're competing, they're growing, and they're proving they can hang with anyone. Even in the face of constant injuries, they've managed to stay in the playoff picture. And that says a lot about the heart of this squad. What's the bottom line? Sophie Cunningham's injury is a big setback for the Indiana Fever, but this team has already shown they know how to fight through adversity. The MRI results will tell us more about how serious this injury is, but in the meantime, Indiana has no choice but to keep pushing forward. The Fever's 99-93 victory over the Sun wasn't just another win, it was a testament to their resilience. But the celebration was bittersweet, overshadowed by the loss of another key player. Now, the focus shifts to survival. Can they hold on to their playoff spot? Can other players step up in Cunningham's absence? And will Caitlin Clark return in time to make a difference?